Those pictures of the stretcher bearers stepping over rubble, so reminiscent of Haiti, but it seems so far that the death toll will be nowhere near what it was in that impoverished Caribbean nation there. As Kate mentioned, 8.8 quake, massive quake, centered near the city of Concepcion, the second largest city in that country, fell 200 miles away at the capital of Santiago. Took a minute and a half for the shaking to end there. Phone lines are down, power is out. The president has declared a state of catastrophe, and tsunami warnings and watches and advisories are up and down the west coast of the United States, as far away as Australia and in Asia as well. Among those shaken both physically and psychologically by this huge trembler was a former American Idol contestant, singer and entertainer Elliot Yamin in Chile, performing at a festival. We spoke moments ago. Elliot, good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay, all things considered.
Tell me about the quake. What was it like? You had just finished performing?
Yeah, we had probably just gotten back to the hotel, probably no more or less than about an hour. Out of nowhere, the rumbling started, and at first it was more of kind of a swaying back and forth, and then it was just a real kind of pouncing, really fast gyrating, kind of shaking.
Give us a sense. Were you in a high floor of your hotel?
Yeah, I was on the 6th floor of my hotel room and I was in my room at my desk, on the computer, and then very abruptly moved to the doorway, and then out in the hallway, and eventually found my way to the staircase, and luckily got out safely.
You tweeted that you swore that you thought this was the end of your life.
I was, yeah, I wasn't exaggerating. I hadn't really been in that big of an earthquake since I was a kid in L.A., and so I knew that I thought it was a 6 or 7. I had no idea it was an 8.8, which is very high up there. But the shaking and the swaying of the building and the rumble was just so, it was just so significant. I honestly didn't know if I was going to make it downstairs being so high up.
It sounds like there's plenty of fear and panic, at least initially. Do you see any destruction? Do you have any sense of casualties? There's
no immediate sense of any destruction where we are, with the exception of the power being out and no stoplights. There were a couple of pregnant women in the hotel who were crying. I shed a few tears. I was pretty emotional.
Wow.
It was just a really kind of a frantic scene at one point, and things have relatively calmed down since then. The aftershocks have become far less frequent.
Right. Well, I'm sure that your family, your friends, your fans are relieved to hear your voice and hear that you're safe despite the shake up there. Safe travels back to the States. We appreciate your time.